am the Bob, the one and only Bubba. But today, I will take a break. I'm tired, huh? I got 2 kids. It was Christmas. So today, Spencer is going to... Spencer! Take the Spider-Man pajamas off. You gotta play.
The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Alright, Panther fans, here we go. So, it is less than 24 hours removed since Kyle and I landed. We're both heavily medicated. We're okay. Just a little bit of congestion, a little bit of exhaustion. But we had a great time. And, of course, when I looked at the schedule, I thought, oh, okay, so we don't have to work until Saturday night. And then somebody reminded me the other day that the game was at 1 o'clock on a Saturday. So that's nice. It's about 40 degrees and windy and rainy outside. So we're not in Florida anymore. That's okay. I have no problem with that. Now, what are we going to see tonight? Well, I got Spencer tonight. This afternoon. Spencer night is a net. And now, I haven't heard anything that would make me believe that Tkachuk's not going to be in. Now, as you know, I was at the last game. The hit was... I saw the hit. We all saw the hit. But then you talk about, he's got some soreness. Structurally, he's okay, but he's got some soreness. Take a week off, man. You know he's not going to take a week off. I'm just putting myself out there in advance that I think it's a better idea that he take a week off. If your knee is sore, if it's between Christmas and New Year's and your knee is sore and you're trying to make it to the Stanley Cup final for 3 years in a row, take a week off. This should be a rule. It should be pretty easy. So, we got Montreal. I'm not saying it's a trap game. I know the last game we had, it wasn't good. Let's face it, we ran out of energy. We did not have any energy during that game at all. Not the most exciting opponent to start things off with, so it's possible they may have a little bit of Christmas hangover. We'll see. Let's get it started off right, though. Montreal, apparently, I didn't see the name of the guy, but I guess their goalie today is making his NHL debut. And up until the last 3 or 4 years, that pretty much would have guaranteed that the Panthers got shut out. But now that I said shut out, he won't get a shutout. Let's get to all right, so no score after one. Each team's had a couple of shots, a couple of chances. Spencer's made a couple of good saves. So Mikkola is out. So Bolinskas draws in on the second pair with Kulikov, and then Adam Boqvist moves up, gets off the bench. I guess Mikkola's day-to-day, so no big deal there. Chucky looks fine. He looks like himself out there, so I guess we really did dodge a bullet with that Kucherov hit. And the only other thing, my complaint, Maurice being Maurice, I guess Samoskevich didn't score for a period or two, so he's got him back down on the fourth line to put Jesper Boqvist back on the third line. Everybody looks a little sluggish. These guys look like it looks like it's a 1 o'clock game a couple days after Christmas. Let's move on a second. So it's 3-0. Montreal after 2. Now, the game against Tampa that Kyle and I went to where we lost 4-0, that was excusable. Finland, long road trip, 3 games in 4 nights. We had won the 2 previous games. You got shut out. Okay. You're exhausted before the Christmas break. You come back today. You look fresh. You look rested. You look ready to go. And everything is fine. Except they're still sleeping. They're still sleeping. Now, I know on this hand, the bottom line kind of still sort of is, we're the champs. We're going to have games where the other team is outplaying us and we don't really feel like showing up because we played a lot of hockey. I grasp that. That was the last game. This effort in the second period here today is not okay. Reinhart with a brutal giveaway on the power play leading to a shorthanded goal. We had another breakaway where nobody could catch up to the guy pucks in the back of the net. Nobody's skating. Barkov just got stripped of the puck twice here at the end. They're just either A, the whole team is still sick. I don't know. Or B, it might be a little bit past time to pull your head out of your ass and play with a little bit of flavor. You're at home, for crying out loud, and that's the part here now. If you go and do this at Montreal or at wherever, at Buffalo, right? If you're at Buffalo 2 days, after Christmas, nobody is going to be, pissed off that you just lay an egg on the ice in Buffalo 1 o'clock game, right? Who the hell wants to be in Buffalo 1 o'clock, right? So this time of year. But you're at home. You just had Christmas at home. You're at home, you friggin' morons. And this is the dog shit you're putting on the ice? Now, 2-0, you can still, we get a power play, maybe make it 2-1, maybe we do the comeback cat thing that we never do anymore. But now it's 3-0, we got this kid shutting us out, right? We're taking a lot of shots, right? I mean, Forsling is taking 2 shots that quite literally, if you had a scope, you couldn't have hit the logo, you couldn't have hit the Canadiens logo more dead center than he's hit it. Surprise me, Panthers. Pull something here, huh? Let's get it to overtime, something. Give the fans, the place is packed, and you're putting this crap on the ice. Let's finish this up. And it's 4-0. I was sitting there watching the end of the game, and I said, this kid's going to get a shutout in his first NHL game, and then I remembered what I said in the pregame. Come on now, that's not my fault, right? When you say the guy's going to get a shutout, that undoes the shutout, I guess, unless he's never played before, and then it gives him a shutout. I'm not even going to say my bad, because the effort was too bad. The effort was so bad, I'm not even taking responsibility for that, even though I mouthed off about it in the pregame. What we saw on the ice, every line sucked. All the defensive pairs sucked. Spencer Knight was hung out to dry, but didn't do anything to really help us. He made a few nice saves early, but it doesn't matter. It's zero. It's zero. That's where the thing is. And so we've been shut out 4 times in the same calendar month. And it's funny because the one thing that we would all, if there's something that we could agree upon, it's that generally speaking, you would think the forward group is not an issue. They're just not skating. They have to still be sick. I want to make an excuse for them because, like I said, the second Tampa game was fully excusable, but this, after that many days rest, I don't think they even played intense enough to call that a practice out there today. They're just not skating. They forget forecheck, back check, forget that. They're just standing there letting Montreal get the puck, flat-footed. And then, of course, Montreal's got good young speed, and they're just blowing past us. And it's just awful. It's just awful. I don't think anything changes if Mikola's in, right? I don't think Samoskevich being on third line. I don't think anything changes that. Now, you might see Maurice do some crazy. He might pull some craziness from one day, right? Barkov, Kachuk, Samoskevich, Bennett, Reinhart, Lundell. I don't know. I'm making things up, but you get my point. Is that, man, he may just need to throw everybody into the blender, and what are we going to do? Get shut out? You know what I mean? This was bad. Now, look, Montreal's got good young talent, and I'm going to get sick of saying it all year, but champs and, other teams, especially younger teams, are going to want to come in to our building and play the heavy forecheck, not giving us any time and space. And if we don't respond, it's going to look like this. And there's a lot of games where you can just tell our guys are like, let them win the game. I mean, seriously, that feels like what the attitude on the ice was out there was just, let them win. Doesn't matter, let them win. So we had been 10, I guess we had been 10-2-1, and now we've lost 2 in a row, so we're still 10-4-1. The shutouts are, look, we don't suddenly suck in terms of offensive talent, but at the same time, let's be honest here. We got 1 goal against St. Louis. I know we got 4 against Tampa the first time, but 1 was empty net, and 2 were shorties. So that's 1 5-on-5 goal. And then no goals at all in the last 2 games. So I don't remember if the game against the Blues was a 5-on-5. It might have been a power play goal. I can't remember. So we've either only gotten 1 or 2 5-on-5 goals in the last 4 games. Of course, you could also blame Colin and I for coming down, because that's when... But we had gotten shut out before. They're sick. They're sick. I have no evidence to back that up other than the performance on the ice. We saw this last year where it was an elongated situation. Maybe they got sick again, right? Because they played a few games, they won some games, but now they just like... I mean, like I said if you watch the rant from the road, you only saw it a couple times here, but when you're at the game, when the whistle blows, they're just like, the shoulders slump, they get shorter, they're just like, I'm tired, I don't want to be here. In terms of Spencer Knight, he played a hell of a game the game before, right? Now this one, he's getting hung out to dry. You'd like to see him make one of the stops, but okay, so what if he made one of the stops and it was even if it was only 2-0, right? He could have played a great game, only allowed 2 goals. It's still 2-0. So, jeez. That's it. There's not much to say about this one. There really isn't. I wish I had more. Reinhart especially had a bad game. Barkov just looked lackadaisical out there. Verhaeghe couldn't handle the puck to save his life. Bennett looks like he's carrying a 50-pound backpack on his back right now. Forsling looks like he wants to take a nap. I can't fault Ekblad's effort, but he's just so slow. There was no Mikula. Kulikov did what he could. Balinskis wasn't really a problem. Boquist... Maybe if let's put it this way. If they are sick, okay, they're sick, and what are you going to do? If they're not sick, after the Tampa game, okay, now you've put this effort on the ice. If you're not sick, if the team is healthy and putting that effort on the ice at home, now it's on Maurice. Now it's on Paul Maurice to fix this. Because, okay, 1 game, 2 games, but you can't let this get to 3 games. The lethargic play has got to stop. You're at home, for crying out loud. So, everything else set aside, if these guys are not sick, Paul Maurice needs to do something. Because if you start getting to the 3rd and 4th game where we barely scored a goal against St. Louis, right? So, you start to have to look at the coach and be like, hey, are you paying attention? But if the whole team is just like, Kyle's in there sick. My ex-wife picked us up. She's sick. Matthias was sick. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's bad. That's the recap. I will be live tomorrow at noon for your therapy session, for my therapy session. I will enjoy doing that one. It's cold in here. But it'll be nice and heated upstairs. No points. Mañana.